welcome guys. I'm with the female wrestler and country music artist, Mickie James.
Yeah.
How are you, Mickie James?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I can't believe it. I'm with Mickie James, you know. You know, I think I'm gonna, watch you like, I'm with Mickie James.
Well, thank you.
Impressed, you know.
Merci.
Did you have a background in music?
I played the violin for 5 years when I was in high school. So I didn't really have, like, I sang just, in the car and shower. Like, I was never vocally, like, a trained singer. But, yeah, but I did play the violin for 5 years. And
Okay.
I guess we call it fiddle.
Yes.
But I played more like classical style. That's how I was taught. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We can now listen to your first country music album, Strangers and Angels.
Yes.
Could you tell us what this album means to you?
Yeah, it was really like a huge learning experience for me because it was my first, album in itself, and my first break into like the music industry. So it was kind of like a learning curve, and I wrote 3 of the songs off the album, and then the other ones came from different publishing companies all over, including the single, the Are You With Me, and Strangers and Angels. And the first time I heard that song, I just got chill bumps, and I knew that I wanted to cut that song. So, and that's how it ended up becoming the title track, because it like related to me so strongly from the world that we come from. Like, we're in front of thousands and thousands of people all the time, and like sometimes I think you take for granted the fact that like you just never know what the person on the side of the street is like. They could be an angel or whatever, and we're all, at the end of the day, we're all just human. So
Okay.
it was very humbling.
That's a nice album.
Yeah, thank you.
I like to listen yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very impressed.
Well, thank you.
At first, I must confess, I was like, another album, but that's okay.
Thank you. Well, we're going back in the studio in March.
For
So, and
Another
for a new
album?
album, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like a 6-song EP or something, yeah. But most of it all original stuff.
We are eager to listen to it.
Yeah, I'll send you a copy.
How did you decide to record your first country music album?
I was on the road and I was writing a lot. And originally when I first went to Nashville, I was going to just cut I wrote the song for my mom and my sister, and then I wrote, a couple other songs. And it really didn't matter to me, like what exactly happened with it. It was more of, when I was a little girl, this is what I dreamed of doing. Like, wrestling was like me and my father's thing, and we would watch it together. And I went to, I kind of fell into it out of high school and went to school for it and trained. And I've been very successful and I've been very blessed in that scenario. But like, I think it was always that question in the back of my mind of like, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I just never had the courage and never had like the means to do it. And I was in a position of where I was on the road already so much, and I was like, I don't even care what happens. Like, I'll just go to Nashville and cut like a 3-song album, like just 3 of the songs that I wrote, just to say that I did it. And like, even if it's just my mom and my sister that listened to it or whoever, at least I did it, And then I met with several producers in Nashville and ended up meeting with my producer, Kent Wells, who is just an amazing individual. And he just saw the whole vision, and he's like, well, you've never settled for anything in your entire life. You've gone after everything with everything that you have. Why would you just settle for something like minor when, he's like, you have such an amazing sound. You don't sound like anybody else in country music right now. Like, it's original, it's raw, it's different. He's like, I think we should just cut a whole album. And I was like, okay. And we ended up we got really lucky with some amazing music. And so, yeah.
That's a lovely.
So,
lovely
kisses
story.
to Kent. Yeah, because he's amazing.
Okay. How would you describe the country music that you play?
Mine's more of like a southern rock feel, some of it's obviously, there's softer sides of it, and then there's there's obviously the ballads and stuff, but for the most part I feel like my sound and my tone is very rocky, so it's like southern rock edge kind of country rock.
Lena Skinner, Montgomery
Like,
Gentry?
yeah, like a female Kid Rock.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe next year you will
I'll
get
kick
from
his
for
butt.
the
What?
CMA
That
work,
would be amazing.
like Kid Work.
Yeah,
It
that
was
would be
awesome.
amazing. That would be amazing.
We're waiting for it.
Yeah. Okay. Me too.
Growing up, did you know you wanted to be a country singer?
I just grew up with I grew up with a wide range of music, and like even on my iPod now, there's like a huge wide range. But country, I think, is what I gravitated more towards. And I grew up on a horse farm in the middle of nowhere, Virginia.
So you're a real country girl.
I am a real country girl. So, and that's just my stepdad listened to a lot of the older like Wailing and Willie, and so my mom was more like poppy kind of side, like she was Madonna and everything else. But I think that as I matured and the more I listened to just music, it's just that country music seems to tell a story. Like that's where I would that's why I think I gravitated more towards it, and it was a story that you could relate to, and there was like, if there was a song, it would take you back to a certain place in your life, whether it was your first kiss or this or that, and it would remind you of that. And I think that's why I, stuck so strongly beside country music, and because everything else kind of like it ends up sounding the same, and same beats, same, artists or whatever doing the same stuff. Not that they're not, clever and they're not making millions of dollars, but I don't know. I love country music.
This is real music.
I love country music.
We love country music too. So.
Good. I couldn't tell by your boots.
Oh, yes. They can see my
They're
boots.
awesome. They're awesome.
If you had three wishes, what would they be?
Oh, wow. That's
an easy question.
really?
No, I'm kidding.
That's a hard question. I would hope that like all my families and all my family and my friends were taken care of. That would be one wish. Like that they wouldn't have like any stress or worries, because, and then, I would try not to wish for something like I wouldn't want to selfishly wish, because I believe that like whatever is meant to be will always be. So I would try to make my wishes for other people for the most part, unless it was like something like I could eat all the chocolate cake I'd ever want and never ever gain a pound. That would be one wish.
That's a good wish.
Yeah, or all the sweets like ice cream, pistachio ice cream too. Obviously that doesn't work out well for me, but
I won't.
that would be one wish. So that's two. I don't know what the third one would be. I'm not going to say world peace, because we all know that's not happening. I'm joking.
Maybe in wrestling.
I've been very successful in wrestling, and I don't think that I need to make any wishes in wrestling, because my talent stands for itself.
Yes, you're right. I mean,
I am the champion of champions.
That's right. It was a surprise for me to see you in the TNA, because you won everything, and so.
Yeah.
Well,
I still have
welcome
I
here.
have the Knockouts championship to win.
You're right.
How about that?
Sooner.
Yeah.
Very soon.
I hope so.
Do you enjoy to be in France?
Oh, I
Especially
love
here?
it. Because here's the deal. It's like usually every time I've been to France, we'd come to Paris and we'd literally fly in the day of the show and had no time, and we had the show that night, and then we would charter out back to the States. And so I think the last time I was here, I actually took the day to go see the Eiffel Tower or whatever, but I didn't have time to go to the top or anything, and then I literally had to go straight to the show. So we actually had all day yesterday in Lyon, and it was beautiful. And like I went to like this really like authentic French restaurant, and just had a chance to like really like visit and hang out and see some of the culture. And so yeah, it was nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What do you think of the female roster of the TNA?
They're amazing. I think the beautiful thing about the Knockouts division is that everyone is a 5-star athlete, and they can all wrestle. They can all really go. So, and each lady provides a different type of challenge. Like nobody's like the same. They don't wrestle the same. They don't look the same. They don't act the same. They just they all have their own unique style to them, and so it's a different challenge every time, which is really cool. And the fact that we can go out there and have a 10-15 minute match, and we know like what each other are capable of, and that like Sarita she's obviously she's a world-class athlete, but like mostly from her luchadors and stuff like that, so she brings that style to the table, whereas Tara is more of a brawler, and then Madison's obviously a lot of like talk. I said it. A lot of talk. But no, it's really cool. Like I'm having a lot of fun there. and it's cool to be able to come in and then also be able to work on my music. And I'm opening for Randy Houser actually in my hometown.
This is really good.
Yeah, I just heard about it yesterday. I'm excited. I did a tap dance in my room actually, like a little happy dance with happy
I
hands.
can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
This is a message for all the managers in France. We have two big wrestling country music festival.
Uh-huh.
If you're interested, Mickie James, you know.
I'll come, like a CMA Fest kind of deal.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys do that here?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So you have the color, in fact.
Please.
What can be for you in the future?
Well, hopefully, as you know, you'll hear a lot more from me, and as you know, the music expands and it begins to take off, and then obviously TNA, we come back to France, so you'll see and hear a lot more of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last question, I had to ask you this. I mean, you are a wrestler with many people, female and man. What do you think of Trish Stratus? Because you have worked with her.
I think she's one of the most amazing people in this industry, and obviously she's retired, but I was really blessed to have a chance to work with her and the light that I was allowed to work with her in. And we have she's just good people, heart and soul, not just inside the ring, but outside the ring. Like, she taught me a lot, and I was really fortunate. So I adore her.
She's great.
J'adore.
Yes. Nice. Can you say a few words to your fans who are watching you?
I just want to say thank you so much, and thanks for supporting me, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride at TNA, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Mickie.
Yeah, thanks.